Yo, what is going on, guys? It is your boy Candy here today, and we are back for another video on Hypixel Skyblock. Now today I'm going to be announcing my week 1 winners for my top 5 islands contest. Now I'm not going to necessarily rank these out of like number 1 through number 5, but I want you guys in the comment section below to either go ahead and like put your favorite island down, or I'll also have a straw poll linked in the description where you guys can literally go ahead and vote for your top 5. And of course, if you guys want to be a part of a video like this, I'm going to go ahead and have another Google form linked down below for my week 2 of my top 5 island series. And if your island is good enough, I'll go ahead and look through it and literally record a video on there. Alright guys, so the first island we are going to be visiting is the fancy floating Japanese islands with /visit Danielle 214. Of course, if you guys want to go ahead and visit. Now before we go ahead and do a little bit of a tour, I'm going to throw up some cinematic shots. This is my first time really doing cinematic shots with shaders, so if they don't really look that good, give me some feedback like in the comment section below on like how I can make them better, or just any type of really feedback that could help me make any of this stuff like, I don't know, more appealing to the eye. Alright, so I hope you guys did enjoy that little bit of a cinematic scene. Like I said earlier, my first time doing it, so please don't be mad at me if it's obviously not perfect. But if you guys do have any like tips on how to make it look a little better, I would appreciate them. But nevertheless, let's go ahead and start at their spawn area. So of course, he's got a really nice spawn area with a bunch of all of his portals pretty much lined up in any way you want. You got the barn here, Spider's Den, Blazing Fortress, Hub Island, Deep Caverns, Mushroom, and then the Gold Mine, along with a little bit of a fishing pond. I assume he was going for those fishing experience, you know, a little bit, and of course he decided to build a nice fishing spawn pretty much right in the middle of his hub island. Now he's got another sugarcane farm over here, a bit small for my liking, but I assume since there's not many people in his island, I think he's only got like 1 out of 2 people. Wait, I'm actually pretty sure this is a single person island, so obviously he's not going to need a gigantic sugarcane farm. But as you guys can see at the bottom here, he's also got a little bit of a pumpkin farm going. Now, one of the most unique things I've seen, or I wouldn't say unique, but one of the nicest things that I've seen on this island so far, and it's a little bit basic, but it's just this area with like the white stained glass as well as the cobblestone as well as the water. It really reminds me of like a cloud kind of thing at the bottom, along with the water just flowing into it like an actual floating island. Now really, the bottom of these islands are pretty nice. I mean, honestly, there's not really too much unique that you can really do for the bottom of an island, but he's pretty much got the cobblestone there, he's got the dirt down here as well as the regular stone. And let's go and look at the first dojo over here. So he's got his brewing stands over there, he's got his furnaces, and I assume he was trying to do some enchants that were a little bit less than level 64 because he's got the random dirt over there. But he's got his flower garden over here, he's got some random pieces of sugarcane. This pretty sure would be like a bonsai tree, I would imagine, if he's going for the Japanese type theme. And let's go ahead and look at the second dojo. But before we go and look on the inside, let's look at the outside. I really like this architecture over here. I mean, who would even think of doing this? You've got the little bit of the pillars over here, followed by cobblestone, followed by some more pillars, and the whole design just fits really well with the rest of the island's theme. Now before you go ahead and get into dojo, you've got of course your flower gardens over there, you've got some grass, some crops over there, maybe if you're growing a little bit, and I assume this is where he keeps all of his minions. So this guy's definitely going for some emerald armor right now, and I guess some fishing XP, and looks like he's got a teleporter here. Wow, so pretty good use of the teleporters right now. It basically takes you from one side of the minions to the other, and obviously if you guys don't want to like fly around here or get from one side to the other with like a ladder, you literally just have your teleporters there and you teleport from the top to the bottom. So really nice minion room. I would imagine that he would probably have like a lot of emeralds saved up just simply with the amount of emerald minions that he's got down there. And I just got to take another look at this. He's got a flag over there, not sure what flag it is, but I mean the whole island looks absolutely gorgeous. Now the back here, obviously nothing really that you have to do. This could be a little bit of a pool, but maybe he hasn't gotten to that yet. But just the sheer amount of detail over here. He's got his sunflowers there, he's got his roses here, some wheat over there. This is a really beautiful island. Now look, another one of these floating islands with the green, or what did I just say, green? I mean pink. He's got another little pond over there. Just absolutely amazing. The amount of detail put into this is just, I don't know, it bewilders me. Looking at my island, which I thought was really nice, and then looking at this one, it's just on another level. Now obviously this guy couldn't put apples within his trees, so he literally took an item frame and then put an apple onto it so you can have an apple orchard. Now if I remember correctly, I think this is like a thing for good luck in Japanese culture. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I mean he's got another tree over here. Looks like it's actually not a tree, or it kind of reminds me of a beach flower, or a beach umbrella I should say. Of course he's got his blue things kind of matching with that, and on the other side he's got another pink island as well as another pink island over there, all with the mix of the white stained glass as well as the cobwebs over there. Now let's go ahead and walk into the third dojo other than those two over there, and let's see what he's got in here. So he's got his storage room. Wow, very organized. He's got all of his like farming stuff over there, so pretty much wheat, carrots, pumpkins, and he's got his like meat over here. And moving on to some of the diamonds and more stuff that you get from mining, mob jobs. I mean, wow, this is really organized. On top of that, you've got some armor sets over here, and then we've got some potions, or what it looks like from there. But I mean, guys, I really think that this will probably be ranked the #1 island just because of how much detail is put into it. A lot of people really do enjoy like the Japanese culture, and I think this guy has done a really good spin on it. Obviously it's pretty traditional, but I mean just having this on Skyblock, not something that you'd be able to see every day. Alright, so now that I've went ahead and toured the entire island, I'm actually going to give it a little bit of a score. So we're going to be scoring all of these islands based off of two categories: how beautiful the island looks, or how nice the island looks, and then we're also going to be rating its efficiency. So I assume you guys can tell that I'm going to be rating this one a 10 out of 10 simply because of the amount of adjectives I've used within like describing this island. I mean, literally, I'm going to say it again. It is probably one of the nicest islands that you will ever see. Just sheer detail, like I guess on everything from the trees over there that really don't have too much of a purpose to these gigantic dojos that obviously can hold their minions. I'm gonna give this a pure 10 out of 10. Now for the efficiency, since this is literally a solo island, he doesn't really need to have that much. Obviously he's got a decent sized pumpkin farm down at the bottom, which should make a lot of money. He's also got a miniature sugarcane farm right over there, as well as a decent amount of minions. Now most people will typically cap out at around 10. He's got 9 over here, or I think 8 over here. He's got 9, 10, 11, 12 over there. And if you go ahead and then look up one more, 13, 14. So for a solo cell to have pretty much 14 different minions, this guy is doing really well. He's able to make a lot of money, and he's able to collect a lot of emeralds just by himself. So for efficiency, I think I'm also gonna have to go ahead and hand this guy a 10 out of 10, giving him a perfect score. I mean, hopefully some of the other islands that we're going to be visiting will be able to compete, but I don't know, from what I've seen so far, this is probably going to be one of the highest rated on the list. Alright, so now for the second island out of my top 5, we're going to be visiting the Sweetie Island. Now, if you guys want to go ahead and visit for yourself, just go ahead and type visit SLESY, and that'll pretty much bring you over here. So nevertheless, let's go ahead and get into a little bit of a cinematic edit of this island before we go and start discussing it. Alright, well now that you guys have seen the cinematic edit, let's go ahead and actually give ourselves a tour of the island. So this is a type of island that I would consider a little bit of a like clutter with chaos, but if you go ahead and like kind of look around, it all makes sense. So first off, as soon as you pretty much spawn, you start off with like a little bit of a hedge going around you, which basically leads you to their minion area. Now they've got the same type of design that they had on the last island, so I'm not sure if like they've been working with each other or if this is just like a common theme within the Skyblock community. But they've got quite a bit of emeralds going around. They've got a enderman minion just chilling over there, and of course they've got their gas minion over there, and if we go ahead and just kind of run around, they've got a little bit of a magma minion. So I really like this design. Instead of just having a bunch of like fences around it, they literally made an entire box for that, as well as the endermans. You know, ender is like kind of purplish. I mean, I don't know, kind of makes sense to me how it would look like that. Also, they've got their nether over here. So what is this, nether quartz, I should imagine, and that also looks really cool too. But let's go fly around a little bit. It's just a lot of stuff pretty much everywhere, which like I said kind of contributes to the chaotic aspect of it. They've got a pretty like a really small sugarcane farm over there, and it's kind of weird because they also have another sugarcane farm over here, but it's actually like literally walled off inside of a base. So I assume this is their chest room. Honestly, this is probably the most lacking part of the island, because rather than just having like the item frames with the actual item on it, they have like, I don't know, the signs, and they kind of just have like vulare kare I don't even know what that means. Yo, if you guys know what that means, put it in minalari bagan. I assume some of these guys aren't even like English, so I don't know. For an island, it looks pretty good. They've got a pretty basic cobblestone generator over here. Let's actually start flying around. A bunch of trees, pretty much. Like, might be a little bit confusing, but I don't know. It's like, it's kind of appealing to me, because you go in here, you have pretty much the area with some other types of chests. They have the actual item frames on these ones, but it's so like unconnected from the other ones. It kind of makes you question, what were these guys really thinking when they were making this? Because it does look like a tad bit of a city. If you guys can imagine how they have the street lamps over here, they have like the roads going down, but it's kind of confusing. We have the little bit of a fishing pond over there. Of course, you've got what looks like an inn over here, and I assume this is their enchanting area. You jump on that, you jump over here, you get your level 60 enchants. Quite a big room, I should say, for an enchantment table. And then you've got one warp over here. You've got some other warps, I'm pretty sure, over here. Like, they got the furnace room over here with a bunch of snow. A lot of different things going on at once. And keep in mind, guys, this is just the top area. Sorry about the motorcycle that just passed by me. We've got one guy's house, Stanley's house. Looks pretty cool. A lot of different designs going along here. Same at the same time. We've got some trees going over here. I imagine this is another chest room for like wood and stuff. So the way they organize it, I imagine, is based off of the type of biome that they have built. So for example, this is like a bunch of wood. They have their wood storage over there. They have all of their farming stuff over there. They have like all the sugarcane chests. They have their carrot chests, etc. They've got a little bit of a cactus farm going along here, especially with another dark oak forest. I'd imagine that they have a different type of storage down there for just for like the dark oak forest stuff or some of the cactus farm stuff. A little bit of a frozen island over there too. So they got the blazing fortress over there, along with a little bit of a farm island. I would imagine that they kind of just connect to it. Now, flying to the bottom here, this part doesn't look like it's been completed yet, but I think what they're going for is the tree biome, I imagine. Now, down here, this part obviously hasn't been done yet, so we might have to go ahead and deduct some points off of their total score. But this island doesn't look too bad. I assume once it's completed, it'll be like a little area with a little bit of a river. This kind of looks like some water flowing down. Imagine something that you would see in like vanilla Minecraft if you were playing a little UHC. You'd kind of just have a little water like this. You'd have your forest that you cut down to get some apples. I think just looking around at this island from an aerial point of view, it looks like they're really going for that city vibe, although it is a tad bit disorganized if you're just coming out here from like an outsider point of view like I am. But nevertheless, let's go ahead and give it a score. Obviously, from 0 to 10 on the nicest, I'm gonna have to go ahead and give this thing maybe a like 6.5. I mean, they do have so much stuff going on, and honestly, the themes don't really carry over from island to island, so we're gonna have to go ahead and deduct some points just because of that. But honestly, might have to go ahead and bump it up to a 7. Yeah, you know what, I think I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 7, because I guess they were able to kind of weave some stuff around. Like, they've got these bridges going around, but the problem is that they'll literally jump from a sand biome all the way over to like an ice biome. You've got some nether over there, you've got some farms, so it looks like we're probably just gonna have to go and give this a 7. Obviously, for utility wise, we're probably gonna have to give this one a little bit of a low score too, because farms. I didn't see that many minions. Obviously, they have a couple over here, but I mean, it's pretty standard. And they don't really have that big of a farm. They just have a little bit of a sugarcane farm down there, and I haven't really seen much else farm wise. So we're probably gonna go and give this thing a 4 for farms. I don't know if you guys think I'm rating this island a little bit too low. Maybe I'm just a big farm person and I really like to see islands with, you know, the ability to make quite a bit of money. But that's pretty much going to be it for the score for this island. Alright, so next island we're going to be visiting is called Polska OPMC. And of course, if you guys want to go ahead and visit it, all you gotta do is /visit Zappy Kanka, and then it'll take you pretty much right here. But nevertheless, let's go ahead and get right into that cinematic tour of the island. Alright, so now you guys have seen the cinematic area, let's go ahead and start discussing, you know, what this island has to offer. So looking at their spawn room, it is actually pretty amazing. They've got so much quartz, and you guys know, if you play on Hypixel Skyblock, quartz is actually really hard to get unless you spend a lot of money making it, or you pretty much have all your minions dedicated to getting it. So they've got their 3 portals over here. We actually can't even get to the floating island one because I have not done any forging on this profile, and the portal room looks pretty nice. The only problem I can see later on is that they might not have enough space to put some other portals unless they go ahead and remove this redstone minion and kind of place maybe 2 or 3 more over there. I assume that this is their cactus storage because these guys have a pretty nice sized cactus farm, and I really like their storage room. Rather than just having like signs or just the item frames over there, they actually have enchanted items in each one. So literally they took enchanted diamonds, placed them over there, enchanted lapis, emerald, like pretty much everything. Of course, they have it organized. You have your potions there, you have some of your mob drops over there, some minions, all of your stuff that you get from mining over there, your fishing stuff such as bait, some more blazing ender pearls. Pretty much everything is super duper organized, and I really like that. Now you've got a rookie over here and a weather stick just in case you ever want to go mining, or what did I just say, farming, or get your herbalism up, or just in case you want to change your biome from the plains biome that they have over here. Now this area, I don't know, I don't really like it that much. You kind of just have a regular quartz minion over here followed by the hub island. I figured out they could probably do some more work with this, maybe quartz it up a little bit, but I assume that is probably not their priority right now. Now these guys have done a pretty good job with their teleporter system. You've got all of the signs over there pretty much telling it where to go. So you've got your cactus farm over there, your gas farm, you're over there, these downstairs over there, and then the cactus chest. So I assume you guys already saw the cactus chest. It's pretty much right over there. Now this one will take you right back to the spawn platform. Now let's go ahead and look at the downstairs area. The downstairs area has got a lot of enderman minions over there, and I assume some more of the cactus chest as well. Some sheep minion. I wonder what these guys are going for with that. But nevertheless, let's go ahead and warp right back to the area and let's check out the gas farm. So the gas farm, I assume, is pretty empty right now. They've got a singular gas guy over there, but obviously we can't judge this room. He doesn't want any mobs to spawn in there, and you have to have it made out of cobblestone so it doesn't destroy the entire rest of the base. And nevertheless, let's go ahead and visit the cactus farm. This one is pretty decent size. He's got Polska OPMC. He's got his banner and the name of his island over there. They've got a little bit of a heart. This is pretty cool. I don't really know why it's made out of diamonds and emeralds and then like some other types of blocks, but I mean, you know, it could be better. These guys have quite a bit of minions, I'm not gonna lie. He's got obsidian minions here, lapis minions, as well as a flower minion, and of course some more fishing chests over there. I assume this will take us right back into the bottom of the base, which it does. And then, wow, I didn't even notice this. They've got looks like a brewery room over there, as well as a furnace room, in case they want to make themselves maybe some haste pots. So I really enjoy this base because they've gotten all the way pretty much going for their farming. They've got a decent sized cactus farm, obviously not as big as you can make it, but for an island with like 2 or 3 people on it, I mean, they've definitely done well. Honestly, you just kind of sit here in your little AFK pool, and of course all the cactus will pretty much jump right down there, or I guess not jump right there, they'll just kind of fall right there into your hoppers. As you guys can see, we've got some cactus just kind of falling right there, and then these guys are making a decent bit amount of money. So they've also got some more minions over here with the magma farm. So honestly, let's go ahead and give this island a little bit of a rating. I think they did pretty good with their design wise. It's super compact, which I really like. They've got one theme kind of flowing throughout the whole thing, which is the quartz theme, except for, you know, the parts that don't really need it, such as the gas farm and this cactus farm. They could have probably spiced it up if they did that, but honestly, I wouldn't really fault them for that. So let's go ahead and give this a 7.5 out of 10 for design, because like I said, it is super duper compact, but I feel like also there's a lot of wasted space on this island. For example, pretty much all down here, there's a lot of wasted space. I mean, this whole area too. Let's go ahead and check out the chords. Pretty much from 180 to 180, you can do a lot of stuff over there, and I feel like that area is pretty wasted. So I don't know, 7.5 out of 10 for design. And for the utility, we're probably gonna have to go ahead and give these guys an 8 out of 10, because they do have a pretty nice sugarcane farm. Whoa, that's a sugarcane farm, I mean cactus farm. Obviously definitely has a lot of space to increase it, but I assume these guys don't have a lot of people playing with them, probably 2 to 3. We can actually go ahead and visit really quickly. How many people do they have? They have 3 people playing with them, and I assume they are obviously not that focused on money, but they do have quite a bit of minions too, so that pretty much helped boost up their score, because any island that goes out of their way to start maxing out the amount of minions they can have are going to get a higher score from me. I didn't even notice this yet, but they actually have a lot of these gas tiers. I think these are really easy to get though, so not a big deal over there. But nevertheless, let's go ahead and move on to the next island. Alright guys, so the next island we are going to be visiting is one of my personal favorites on this list. It is called Pear, and all you guys gotta do to visit it is to visit 7EWH, and you'll pretty much be taken to his island. I've seen these guys pretty much build this island from like when it first started to when it's basically been almost completed now, and it absolutely looks amazing. Alright, so I'm not even sure if those cinematics do this base justice, but nevertheless, let's go ahead and just start looking around. So as soon as you spawn, you start off with the little bit of a sign. Thank you for visiting. This is our co-op island. The builder is 7EWH, and then we've got some helpers, you know, who are working on them. Now, keep in mind, these guys aren't like American or aren't English speaking, so they kind of don't really have everything written in English for us, but they pretty much try. They've got the farming items, minions, they've got the castle and factories, and then they've got their storage house. Obviously, I don't know if a lot of islands do this, but they literally have a bunch of stuff that kind of allows you to basically figure out what they're doing on their island. So we can't read this bottom part, but we have open 25 minions, and they've got this one in progress, and then finish farm islands and woodlands. Now they've got the green wool there, which means that they've actually completed it. Now they've got the build a library and portals place. They haven't quite done that yet, but it's kind of cool to see that they have a little bit of a progress area over there. And of course, white wool not done yet, green wool equals done. So they've got this amazing tree literally right in the middle over here, kind of realistically like super duper simple. You've just got the dark oak wood over there mixed in with some of the half slabs as well as the stained glass. They've got their day saver over there, but this design just worked so well with the rest of their island. Of course, the bottom of here is absolutely amazing. Like, they've got it just so done that it looks like something you would find out of like a different type of video game where there's actually floating islands. I think I said that for the first island, but of course that carries on over here. Now the transitions that they have from each island to the other one also looks really good. They've gotten with the wooden theme over here with some cobblestone and some regular stone brick kind of just flying around. They've got these little lantern areas, so just in case you're running around with shader packs like I was just a couple minutes ago, you can see pretty much whatever is going on the island. Now the bottom of this first island we're gonna go ahead and talk about. Holy crap, is this intricate. Not only do they have cobblestone, they have some like clay blocks over there. I don't even know what those blocks are. And then of course to top it off, they've got a bunch of grass pretty much flying, like I guess floating around it. Now let's go ahead and look over here. They've got a little bit of a pond area where of course if you want to go ahead and fish, you can. They've even got the fishing minion over here that you can just go ahead and toss down if you wanted to let him go. And the flowers and the detail put into this thing is just absolutely amazing. I don't know how many adjectives I've said in this video. One of you guys should put down a counter in the comment section, but they've got all the flowers going over here, and I like that everybody's kind of going with this really nice house design. Now they have been lacking on the farming, I'm not gonna lie. They've got a lot of sugarcane, cactus farm over here, melons, pumpkins, not a lot of each one, but I mean I feel like this is just to make it look like these guys have definitely been working on their farming. They've even got some areas over here for minions, which I think is actually really cool because I haven't actually seen this on any type of islands. What these guys do is that they'll have their minions over there, and if they want to go ahead and use it, you kind of just grab it from the sign and then you place it down there. So rather than having them in a bunch of minion chests, you literally just have it on a sign there. Whenever you want it, you just go ahead and use it. So this is the outside of one of their first houses, and let's go ahead and take a look on the inside. So they've got a pretty nice storage area over here, an entire house pretty much dedicated for it. You've got your coal over there, everything that you use for building. You've got all of your stuff that you want to keep just in case you like want to place down some sugarcane or some melons. You've got the stuff that you get from killing mobs as well as the stuff that you get from fishing over there. Now while some people would just kind of leave this as the top, these guys obviously have not. They have the whole bottom of the island built out for a reason. Let me go ahead and show you guys why. So this entire area is a pure minion room. Now like I was showing you guys earlier, if you guys want them to have sand, or if they want to have sand, they just grab their sand minion from there and put it down there. If they want to get themselves some cobblestone, which they're getting right now, they'll go ahead and toss that down right there. If they want to get themselves some coal, you literally go ahead and toss that down right there. You guys can pretty much get the gist of it. And this entire area is just full of that. And they actually have a really cool thing over here, which is like the little sliding thing. I don't know if I've ever seen this on anything other than a faction server, but somehow these guys have the little thing that just allows you to go by super duper fast. Now we've got another area of just minions down here, and the whole thing is just absolutely amazing. Farming items room, be careful. Okay, so it looks like they've got some more minions going along right here, and danger, do not enter. So I assume this is where they keep all of their endermans. Wow, this is absolutely gorgeous. I don't know how many times I'm going to say this, but just a room made out of obsidian to kind of resemble the theme of the endermans over here. They even have signs that say danger, do not enter. I mean, the amount of detail put into this, I can't imagine. They've got another room over here, another treasure room I should say, for some ender pearls, for some blazes, minions. 5 open all pig, make pigment swords, 6 open up. Wow, they actually have everything literally down to a T whatever they want to go ahead and do. But nevertheless, let's go ahead and try and find our way right back up here. Okay, let's go. And this pretty much takes us right back to the spawn area. So now we went to the castle and factories, or the farming items, I think were the one we actually went to. Now we can go to the storage house. Have we went to this one yet? I think we have. So yeah, this is the storage house we went to. We can literally just go back and walk all the way over there. Let's see, castle and farming minions. So danger, do not enter, staff only. And we haven't went into that house yet, but let's go ahead and check out what's down here first. I don't even think we went into the other house yet. Then they got a spiral staircase down here. I don't know what that says. It doesn't look like it's English, but they've got a pretty decent farm. These guys are mostly builders. I don't think they're playing for like the long haul, like trying to get that ender armor or whatever type of armor is coming out next. But their farm is really nice. They've got what looks like a cactus farm down here, or a sugarcane farm, my mistake. They've got their pumpkins over there. Not too much farming going on, but they definitely have a lot of minions. As you guys can see from their thing that we posted earlier, they haven't quite reached the 25 max, but it is looking pretty good so far. Also, yo, this jack-o'-lantern guy looks absolutely amazing. He's got the cactus sombrero on. Let's go and look inside. They've got a bit of an area. I'm guessing if they all just want to sit down here and take a screening, like look, they literally just sit here, shift, and boom, that is their throne. Going up to the top, I'm pretty sure this is where they keep a lot of their like lounging area and their beds for sleeping. Like look, what a nice lounge area this is. Let's see what happens if you press this. Okay, nothing happens if you press that. They've got what looks like an eating table over here too. Let me go and see if they've got the bedroom over here. Yeah, look, they've literally got an actual bed, an actual bedroom. They've got the headrest over there. They've got their books if they want to read, their little cactus, you know, just to kind of look around. Some more flowers over there, and I assume they did the same thing on the other side. So we actually got a decent, oh wow, we actually can't go through that room. Okay, that's kind of sucks. That kind of sucks, but we've got an AFK pool over there, and I remember being in this island before. They've actually got a master suite up top there. Sucks that we actually can't go ahead and visit that for now, but I mean, the amount of detail put into this island is pretty much unmatched by any other island on this list, except for maybe the first one. Now, we already went into this island, but I don't think we went down. Oh no, we actually went down, so I actually think we went ahead and pretty much covered everything on this island. I mean, this island will probably have to be rated for me out of a design. We're going to go ahead and give it a 9.5 out of 10. They haven't quite completed some stuff over here. And like I said, I don't really like the wasted space, but I assume based off of like how long these things have taken to make, whatever is going here is going to look really, really nice. And hopefully we can get them back for maybe another top 5 video and we can kind of see what they're going to build over there. But for design, we're going to go ahead and give them a 9.5 out of 10. I really, really like what they've done. These castles or these villas or houses, whatever you want to call them, are really, really nice. And not only are they nice, but they're really functionable. Instead of just having a sugarcane farm right at the bottom, they're having a separate minion area. Everything is pretty much compacted within the actual island. So I think for functionability, we're gonna go ahead and have to give them a 9. I know their farms aren't like super duper big, but just kind of the way they hide it from everybody, I think it makes the island look maybe like 20% better, like 30% better, just because you don't have a massive sugarcane farm down there or a massive pumpkin farm get in the way, or just a bunch of minions kind of chilling everywhere. I have to give them some props though, because I've actually never seen some people have all their minions just laid out anywhere, and if you want to use them, you just kind of place it down. So these guys are probably one of the highest rated on the list, because I haven't done any of the other ones yet. But obviously, you know, this is probably one of my favorite ones. Alright guys, so to round off this list, we are going to be visiting the final island. They want to call themselves the High Garden, and as you guys can see from around me, it looks like a pretty nice garden. Now if you want to visit it, just do /visit PANDAREN, and you guys go ahead and have a look for yourselves. But nevertheless, let's go ahead and get into the final cinematic of this video. Alright, now starting off with the spawn, you're brought off with a pretty nice but little basic fountain. You've kind of just got the water spouts everywhere. You've just got the quartz pretty much everywhere. And I don't know, the design is pretty nice, but it could be a little bit more intricate. I imagine that they're going to start placing some stuff over here, but I mean, the hedges, they're pretty nice, but could have done a little bit more work over there. I mean, honestly, for a park, I would imagine that they'd have like some sort of rides over there. They'd have, I don't know, some sort of like more benches other than those ones over there. But the reason why these guys are on the list is because of this whole monument of a wall, I guess we can call it, around here. And not only is this wall just kind of there, it's also got a pretty nice design. It's actually relatively intricate. They've not only got the cobblestone over here, but they've got like the cobblestone fences. They've got some other type of cobblestone over there, or some regular stone I should say. And not only does it just kind of go over there, but it actually go ahead and laps around to the other side. Now the bad thing about this island is that they don't really do too much with this cobblestone. I'll go ahead and show you guys like on the inside of it, but at the bottom here they've got some of their farms, which I kind of like. I mean, these guys, you know, are probably getting a high score for their efficiency because they've got a decent sized pumpkin farm. But nevertheless, let's go ahead and jump right into this and see what's popping. But jumping into the walls of the high garden, we've got an area for some storage. Looks like these are a bunch of mob items. They've got their armor over there. If they ever get some coal, or if they ever get some mob drops, they literally just go and smelt that stuff. They've got pretty much some more blocks over here, all the enchanted cobblestone, enchanted sand, their valuables over there, some portals. The really thing that I don't really like about this island is that everything is so far away. Rather than keeping like all of their chest rooms in kind of one area, you kind of have to run back and forth to determine like what you really want. Also, if you're trying to get to like the blazing fortress or the mushroom, you kind of have to go a separate way than if you're trying to go to like a different part of the world. Now obviously a lot of this area is just basically wasted space. Surprisingly, they went through the time to make the whole thing on the inside, but nevertheless, let's go ahead and jump right down here and see what they have. So it looks like you're jumping into a little bit of a cave. Kind of gives you the little prison vibes, but I imagine that's what they're going for with the underground of a garden. Now you've got your slimes over here, you've got your zombies over there, and of course at the bottom down here you've got some more minions. So these guys are definitely maxed out on minions. They've got quite a bit, and as you guys can see over here, this guy's got a bunch of minions. Whoa, they just had him over here. Well, I assume this is one of those things where you literally just sit here and then mine a little bit, and then of course you'll get a bunch of mining XP just slowly from the minions over there. So of course at the bottom here, not that nice because obviously we can't really see much. I have no shaders on and my gamma is like relatively high and we can't really see too much. So I think that's pretty much going to be it for this island. They don't really have too much going on, but I would have to put them on the top 5 just because of like, I guess the amount of detail that was put into the walls of this. But hopefully by the time the next top 5 island comes around, these guys might be able to make the list again, and maybe they'll have some stuff to kind of fill in these blanks. But nevertheless, if we go ahead and give these guys a score, obviously for how nice the island looks, you're probably gonna have to go ahead and give these guys maybe a 6 or maybe a 5.5. I don't know, between a 5.5 and a 6, because yeah, while they have this entire area, there's not really too much different about it. You really just have to copy what's over here and put it over there, and the fountain is pretty basic, but the detail put into this, I mean, for this wall specifically, is probably what got into this video. Now, if we want to go ahead and rate this for efficiency, we're probably going to have to go ahead and give these guys a 7 because they do have a pumpkin farm, which means that they have a good ability to make some money, and they do have a lot of minions too, which of course will allow them to get whatever type of stuff that they want to just from like farming. So anyways, I think that's going to be it for this video. If you guys did enjoy this top 5 and have any critiques for me, literally just go ahead and put them down below. I tried my best with these cinematic shots, but obviously my first time doing it, and I might have rambled a little bit from one island to the other, you know, just kind of talking about some of the stuff that were happening on the island, some of the features that they had, and might have just kind of repeated myself with a little bit too many adjectives. But nevertheless, that's gonna be it for this video. If you guys did enjoy and want to see some more, go ahead and comment down below, drop a like on this video if you guys haven't, and of course subscribe to the channel with notifications on if you guys haven't. That's gonna be it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.